Shadow's there as well. Yeah, Shadow, it's going good. It's going good, thank you. How are you critting so much even though you gave like all stats to strength? Guys, like, please, like, who is coming up with this fucking, like, it's so tilting me, it's insane. Guys, when you see someone saying full cunning, trust me, it's not a good build, okay? Like, we have been there. That's not how you crit in this game. There's so many various other things that you can get your offensive ability from. The least one is from cunning. It is extremely tilting, actually. You have no idea. Like, just one more time. When it comes to the stats, you gotta put it on a scale, okay? On the left side, let's put physique. Physique is giving you HP, defensive ability, and the capability. More importantly, it's giving you the capability of like wearing heavy armor in the late game, okay? Really heavy armor. Take this for instance. Can you see it? You know, you cannot see it. Okay, there you go. Physique requirement 750. Without 750 physique, you cannot wear this armor. Boom, it's gone, you know? That's one thing. The other part is that offensive ability. It is basically a unition of pretty much your devotions. Like, when you're building devotions, you need to work on offensive ability. Like Chariot, so valuable, lots of offensive ability. Azun Torch, in our case, obviously, really important because it's fire and we are fire. And that is giving offensive ability as well, 5% in fact. Some flat too. Hulk is really valuable, it's insane. A lot of offensive ability once again. So I'm gaining, this is also as well, right? 3% over there as well. So maybe even this. Let me see. No, this one doesn't have it. So basically our offensive ability is from this, that, and they all multiply at the same time. That is also why Bard's Harp is, in my opinion, the best proc out there right now in the game, definitely. On top of that, you should get some offensive ability from your gear as well. Like, most of the good gear in the game is coming with offensive ability on it. Definitely. And right now we have Badge of Mastery, which has an offensive ability proc, 100%. And we are only on Elite, so like my offensive ability when the procs are in is about like 2.3k, I think, and that is just ridiculously high for this level. For where we are, not for this level. For where we are, it is high. At the end of the game, let me put it this way. You need to be about, like, in my opinion, 3.3k on any character in Grimdawn with the offensive ability when your gear is pretty much done. And, like, minimum I would say 3k. And you can have it less if you're running something that is, like, going to be debuffing the enemy's defensive ability. Because when it comes to crit chance, and chance alone, not damage, your offensive ability is against all the creatures around you, and theirs defensive ability. So you have two things that you could do to crit something. One of them is to increase your own offensive ability, but also you could also decrease theirs. You understand? And versus any other, every other enemy, you have a different chance to crit. And about like 3k, 3.3k, I think late game is really, really decent. Really decent. The more do you need, the more? Like, I don't know, versus maybe like a beast nemesis or something. Yeah, sure, but like how often are you gonna fight that? Don't know. The others, you're already like destroying them. Before finishing this conversation, when it comes to crit damage, the amount of crit damage that you can gain from offensive ability alone is capped. It's capped at 1.5 modifier. The reason behind this is to keep the offensive ability at bay, pretty much, at a, you know, control that it's good at certain point, you don't want more. That is definitely the reason. So the amount of crit damage that you can gain from offensive ability is capped. Again, it's 1.5. It doesn't increase more. So how do you gain more crit damage? You gain it from flat stuff. Something like this over here. Crit damage 10%. That adds on top of it, you know, this one kicks later on. So these are a lot more important in the late game. Stuff like the elemental balance in the Arcanist. Stuff like the deadly aim in Inquisitor. My god. Deadly aim is too strong in my opinion. Just because it is deadly aim, it doesn't necessarily mean that you need a fucking ranged weapon, by the way. It works on everything.